Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat from Connecticut, who sits on the Foreign Relations Committee. Now, I know, Senator, you're not comfortable talking about the validity of Wikileaks and what exactly they were able to find, if anything, or release, if anything. But do you suspect, are you suspicious of the timing of this?
I think you have to assume that this is purposefully timed, coming at a moment in which we seem to be getting closer and closer to understanding the true nature of the connections between the Trump campaign and the Russian government, a moment when investigations are stepping up inside Congress and pressure building for investigations outside Congress. If you look at everything that the Russians did during the campaign, they were all timed according to moments of weakness in the Trump operation. The John Podesta email dump came out a day after the Access Hollywood tape was released. So, all of this seems a little bit suspiciously timed to believe that it's independent. And, I think feeds that argument that your prior guest was making, that WikiLeaks and the Russians are certainly connected.
So two of your colleagues, Senators Whitehouse and Lindsey Graham, are both asking for an investigation into whether or not Donald Trump's phones were tapped by President Obama. If they get that investigation, where do you think it will lead?
Well, I think it'll be a pretty short investigation. The answer is no. It's a much more complicated question to understand whether there was or is an active FBI investigation into people in the Trump operation. But if the question is, did President Obama order the tapping of those phones, I think pretty clearly the answer is going to be no. And potentially in a hearing that the House is going to have, they'll get that answer from the FBI director, as we've already gotten it from the Director of National Intelligence under President Obama.
Senator Chris Murphy, I know you got to go. Thank you so much for being here.